Good morning, everybody. And a huge thank you to all of our youth leaders that have come, I hear, from all over Uganda to be here today. Tackling climate change is one of the most defining challenges of our time. We know there are devastating impacts, aren't there, on communities, on ecosystems, on economies, and that's across the globe.
So the local conference of youth, which we're having today, but also the trainings that happened the past few days, we see as a very pivotal forum to bring together minds and ideas for emerging negotiators. We are pleased to continue this great cooperation also with the government of Uganda through the several engagements we've had between Germany and Uganda over the years. And we continue also building the capacity of young negotiators on skills, but also to groom very enthusiastic and intentional, but also diplomatic leaders to propel the national climate actions that we are all driving towards.
The issues of climate change are not issues of professionalism. They are issues of death and life. Because in one way or another, your mother or your father or your relative, all of us who are seated here have been affected in one way or another.
We really need young people and young climate leaders' voices in those negotiations. I've been there myself, and if we need to avoid the blah blah, as a very famous climate leader said, if we need to avoid the foot dragging, if we need to avoid the outright obstruction from some actors, we need strong voices from the young people. And it really matters, I can tell you, when you're sitting in those negotiation rooms and you have that pressure from the outside, it matters.
Mother Nature, so tender, like a mother's soothing care. Always sacrificing yourself with no limits. Beautiful skies, stunning forests, flawless ocean sounds. Gives me a scent of natural perfume and chirping sounds as I go through the forest. She gives us a good ground beneath our feet as we go home.
Why we organized LCOY this year is that we wanted to bring young people together to engage in climate discussions, but not just engage, come up with their own recommendations from their own perspectives on what is really affecting them, on how climate change is affecting them, and also how they can bring up locally led solutions to tackle this big problem that all of us are facing, which is climate change.
Being part of this three-day event was such an inspiration and great reflection that actually different entities are interested in the youth and ready to support the youth if we are more uniform and more united. If we remain fragmented, then it gets hard for them to decide on where they can support us with. I was very excited to learn the thematic areas and identify under the mitigation thematic area from the session. Was very happy to meet with the different focal people that negotiate on behalf of our country under different thematic areas.
Particularly, I am happy to have shared knowledge as a facilitator in some of the sessions across the first 2 days, where we were teaching, I was sharing knowledge to fellow young people about my own experiences and some of the other knowledge that I've learned across attending the different mitigation negotiations.
It's been an amazing event. It's been so insightful. We have had 3 days of rapid learning. And my key take home was, as young people, girls and young women, let us go on different portals, get the information, because information is there. Yes, the climate crisis is a challenge, but as well we can look at it as an opportunity.